What's up? Alright, so I'm going to share another story with you guys. It's kind of an update on my ghost story. Alright, so a lot of people asking questions. So I never finished the story because it happened many more times after this. And somebody asked a question about my cat, whether my cat seen it or not. And actually, a little later, we were doing renovation at my house. There was a fire at my house a couple years later. And we were doing renovation. I was the only one staying in the house. The rest of my family moved to a hotel, and I stood in the house. Didn't want to leave. And I was staying in my parlor. The parlor was the only place that still had, like, a bed, a pull-out couch bed. And I put up a sheet across the parlor, which is just kind of like an opening where you could walk in from the kitchen. And the rest of the house was just kind of demolished. And the sheet kind of separated me, and I had my own room. So, at the time, I was sleeping, and I had my cat. Not the cats I have now, a different cat. So, while I was sleeping, I remember waking up paralyzed, just like that. And I looked, and I couldn't see this way because I couldn't move, but I could see my cat. And my cat was, like, up in the air like this, hair standing up, and he was staring at something. So, I was wondering what the fuck he was looking at. And when I kind of like rolled my eyes and looked over to that direction, I could see the girl, the little girl. And she had her hand like she was pulling across the sheet and looking in, and she was looking at the cat. Now, her hand wasn't actually pulling the sheet because the sheet was still down. But yet she had her hand like she pulled it open. But in peeking in, it was weird. And the cat saw her, and they were staring at each other. Now, once she noticed that I noticed her, and I was staring at her, she looked at me, and then just faded backwards out of the sheet, disappeared. Her hand went like this, and just gone. That was another time, another episode. So another time, there was another time. This was before the time I just described. She was standing at the end of my bed. I think it might have been the time when she was putting her finger in my face. And how I know her name was Angela. I know her name was Angela because she never spoke, but just told me her name was Angela. I could just hear her name. It was Angela. I don't know. It was just telepathic or just instinctual. Now, there was a lot more episodes at the time, but I'm going to kind of give an idea of how I think I know where this girl came from. So when I was younger, my sister, I was a little kid, my sister used to swear that she would see a little girl in a white dress, and it would always be in the house, and everyone has seen this little girl. But anyway, she one time, it was like, I think Christmas Eve or something, and she saw the little girl come down the stairs, peek down the stairs, and look over. And she yelled up because she thought it was my mother or someone, and she thought she was playing tricks on her. So when she went upstairs, followed the person up the stairs that was wearing a white dress. And when she went up the stairs, my mother was sleeping in bed in her underwear. She wasn't in a white dress. So that was another episode of where, like, someone else seen this ghost. And now, another time, when I was sleeping, this was more of a dream. I had a dream, but it felt so fucking real. My dream was, I live next to woods, a very big reservation. And at one time, I never knew this until after I did some research, because I had the dream, then I did research, and it actually collaborated with the research. So I had a dream that I was way back when, like probably the 1700s, and somebody killed me. And I was laying down in a bucket on train tracks. Like when you would like either pull with a donkey or something, or push, like those old push carts on train tracks that you would have coal in or something. And I remember just two men out in front of me, and I was just laying in this bucket, and they were bringing me somewhere, probably to bury me or something. But I just remember that. So it was almost like somebody must have killed. That's how I figured it. It was like the girl showed me her story, and somebody tried killing her probably, and put her in that, and was wheeling her through the woods on these train tracks. And then so I looked at it. I was like, I wanted to see the history of the area I lived in. Now the area I live in was from back in the colonial times, like 1600s. And I looked it up, and I found that there were train tracks right there that delivered all types of stuff down to the area I live in. And that's another collaboration. It's pretty amazing, I think. Kind of messed up with me for a while. Now, I don't even know what to explain about any of this, and I probably sound fucking nuts, but the good thing is that you guys don't really know who I am. Someday you might find out. I really don't care, but hopefully you don't think I'm crazy. I'm just trying to share with you because I'm sure a lot of people, from what I noticed from all the comments, a lot of people have the same exact experiences that I have had. A lot of them, and some of them have different but yet almost identical. And waking up paralyzed, and it's pretty amazing. So it makes me feel good, and I hope you guys enjoy this. So anyway, have a good 4th of July, everyone. Later.